Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see. We got an error. Let me double check. We are now live. That's like almost
Ah,
our new opening now because we get all these error messages. But what's up? It's the
what's
Queens
going on?
Takeover.
Takeover Tuesday.
Baby boom. It's about to go down. And what's up, everybody? As y'all are coming in, what's up? What's up? What's up? Is it on my page yet?
I'm pulling it up now.
Okay.
Yep, we're live.
Bet. And it's not letting me pull C's page up, but I'm working on it. So
Okay.
give me un momento. But until then, we can go ahead and greet the peeps. What's up, everybody? How
What's
y'all
going
doing?
on, everybody?
It's the Queen
Hey.
Takeover. It's Takeover Tuesday. And as y'all can see, it's just two queens and not three because C is celebrating her birthday. It's the Queen's Day today. So C, happy birthday to you again. We love you. We miss you, boo.
She better be glad I don't have that singing voice. I always gave her the church version of Happy Birthday.
I did that this morning. It was the church version. Um, so thank y'all for you who are coming in now. When you come in, say something so we can say
Say
something back.
hi.
Please,
Share.
let us say hi. Go ahead and tell them what to do.
You can share. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Tell someone to tell someone to tell someone
I
that
got
we are what? Live. And it's
Mhm.
Takeover Tuesday. The Queen
That part.
Takeover Podcast. It's in full effect.
That part. Can y'all do us a favor in the comments? Let us know if the sound is good, if we're echoing, or if it's coming in and out. It's not on us. We don't. I mean, it's the platform. So, but we gonna. My mama said, "Good evening, Queens."
Hi, Miss
Well, the Queen
Emma.
of Queens. Hey, mommy. What's up? What's up? What's up? I really want to get over to
Sierra.
C's page. Are you able to pull C's page up for me for a second?
Let me see. Uh,
Alrighty. So hello, y'all. The wonderful, beautiful thing is just sounding great, looking great. Well, thank you. Douglas says we look great, we sound great, we appreciate you. That's
Thank you,
DJ
Mr.
Smooth.
Douglas.
DJ Smooth. What's up, Carlos? Everything is good. Okay, so I guess we sound good. Alrighty. So with that being
I'm
said,
on
let's
C's
get this.
page, but it's not saying that it's live.
Okay. Okay. So it's okay. We can't get to the comments because I don't know what's going on with Facebook and StreamYard. But if we can't get to the comments, I'll always go in after the show and holler at y'all. But let's go ahead and get this show started because we have some wonderful topics to talk about. Want you guys to chime in with us. So we are your hosts, Nikki Johnson and Nicole Clark. And Nicole, why don't you start us off with telling us what your favorite self-care moment of the week was?
My self-care moment. What did I do? Um, I don't know if it was a self-care moment, but I made sure my checkoff list was was good.
Okay, so you made it through your list of things to do.
Yeah, that I needed to accomplish and make sure everything was ahead of schedule so I wouldn't. I planned. I prioritized. That's what I did.
That
We're gonna do that.
That part. Well, come on through with the prioritization.
Yes, honey. I had to make the
That
things
part.
priorities, so I didn't feel like I was sinking.
Baby boom, because when you don't and stuff pile up, the time management be real. So that
Yeah,
was good. I love that. You
yeah,
prioritize that part.
yeah. Because I let some things slip through the cracks, but I prioritized this week.
I see you. All right.
Yeah, girl, trying to be grown.
Come on, grown folks 10. Them grown folks teens. My favorite self-care moment of the week was this week I poured into myself. I was listening to some amazing podcasts, read some good books, and listened to a lot of coaches in different areas where I needed some tuning up. So
Drop a podcast that I might need to go listen to.
I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell
Okay,
you.
all right.
But so that's what I did this week. That was my
Okay,
self-care. My favorite self-care moment of the week was pouring
that's what's
into
up.
myself. When you pour out, you got to get poured back into because
I know that's
otherwise
right.
you begin to run on fumes.
Yep.
And good. That is not good. So we're gonna ask you all, our QT fam in the audience, Share with us what your favorite self-care moment was of the week. What is something that you did this week just for you to pour into you on this week? Share that with us in the comments and we will read them. Now it is time for our Commend the Crown segment. This is where we give honor to where honor is due. We want to commend a queen or a king for something that they have done stupendously. So, excuse me. Do you have anybody that you would like to commend their crown today, C?
It's several people that I can do, but I think I'm gonna do what's her name? Allison Phillips. She was the track star track star that gave up her contract with Nike to start her own brand.
Yeah.
They wanted to ban her because she became pregnant, and they didn't want to, endorse her until after she had the baby. So after she had her baby, she started her own company and her own brand.
Come through.
Yeah.
Come through.
I mean, her sneakers is they all right.
You showed
Let's just say I like her. I will probably buy a pair just to support her. But they don't go in the exclusive sections.
I mean, I saw them and I understand why, but we definitely have to commend her crown because she took a situation and monetized on that thing.
Yeah.
And where there was no lane for her, she created her own lane. So we commend your crown, boo.
Yeah. And who are yours? You got one?
So I do. I actually have 3 women. I do not have their actual names because these women went viral this week telling their stories of how they were almost abducted or could have been victims of human trafficking. And they were sharing their story of how they were real diligent because they were paying attention. Thank God they are not victims today, but they didn't just do it in silence. They made videos to talk about it, to warn other women to be careful. So I have to give shout outs to all 3 of them. I want to commend their crowns, not only for being mindful, watchful, and wise, but taking their experience and not being afraid to share with others, as well as warn them. So those would be mine. Let's see. We have Ray says, hi guys, good evening. Hello, Ray.
Hi, Ray.
Douglas says working on okay. He's working on getting back on his feet because he has been in the hospital. So all right.
Prayers up to you, Douglas.
And we're gonna commend your crown for that because
I know that's right.
Been in there for a minute. So big ups, King. All righty. So we if anyone else would like to tell us who in your life or who have you seen that you would like to commend their crown for something that they have done, then just go ahead and let us know. Let us know down in the comments. We have Jay.
Oh, that's my sister. Hi, Jamita. That's my sister.
Good evening. Is it, you said it's Jamita?
Her name is Jamidra.
Jamitra. Okay, Jay. Yeah. Welcome, Queen. Thank you for tuning in. So we got some amazing topics. Let's go
amazing.
Here's our first one. What was your first driving experience? I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
You remember when we first came up with this topic? I said either the legal way, the illegal way, or the legal way. Which way you want?
Listen, however you want to tell it. What was your first driving experience?
Okay,
is my statute limitation over?
Oh Jesus! My mom used to work third shift, and I was young. And
how old were you when you did this?
14.
Oh, okay.
And I used to have to babysit my sisters in there. And the first illegal time was I drove a lot illegal. And that's that I drove so much illegal that I didn't get my license till I was like 19 because I was just driving. I never got caught. But anyway, the first time my illegal way was I'm
sorry, sis. Thank you, Brandon. And we're sorry. We've been trying to connect to C's page. I don't know what's going on between StreamYard and Facebook, but Thank you. If you see anybody over there in the comments, Brandon, please ask them to switch over to my page. Put me in their in C's comments. You can add me, that way they can switch over, please. Thank you so very much. Okay, sis, go ahead.
Okay. So my sisters, I had 3 siblings that were younger. That's really, really small that I had to continue to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a chicken pox. My mama left me there to babysit and went to work. So I found the keys and I took the car. And anybody from Rockham know how long 74 is. So I was just driving up and down 74 at the age of 14 with 3 children in the back seat with chicken pox. My dad actually was the one that I passed and made me pull over. And he was like, "What are you doing driving?" And I told him, I was like, "I'm going to CVS to get them some medicine because they got chicken pox."
Jay said, "Yup."
Yeah, like I'm telling you, the legal time was my granddad. He was like, he the one taught me how to drive a stick. Because he used to tell me, if you can get this truck, he had an old F-150. He said, if you can get this truck out the yard, then you can drive. He just told me to put the car, I got to remember the clutch and to remember the gears as an H. And that's how I started driving sticks legally.
Okay, my older sister, I hope she gets to tune in and she's not working. She tried to teach me how to drive stick. That was the most confusing, and she didn't have much patience. But that was the most confusing thing to me because she had one of those old school sticks with that big old long handle. I tried. This was me.
Yep.
And she was like, "Stop." And I couldn't. But let me tell you about my first driving experience. I'm gonna share 2 quick ones. So my cousin Lisa, I love her so much. She was teaching me how to drive, and it was just she and I in the car. She's real calm. She's real peaceful. She talked real soft. So the experience was real easy, but we only went down the street. We wasn't getting on no major streets or nothing. And at that time, my auntie lived at the end of the street. She had this big old like lot. So it was like safe. It was family all on that street. So that was like the first time. And I thought I had done something. Like, I know how to drive. Now I went down the street. My mama, she on here, bless her heart. She let my younger sister go with us. And I'm trying to back out the driveway. And so mama's trying to instruct me how to back out, make sure I cut the wheel, because the way her street was made, you keep going back, you're going to hit the ditch and people across the street. My younger sister is screaming to the high heavens, "Oh my God, you're going to let her kill us. You're going to let her kill us. She's about to crash us." I'm nervous. So I'm backing. I'm almost going into the ditch. My mama was like, "Stop, get out. Just get out." She told me, "I'm here." I know you here. I knew I was going to say that too. And I was so mad at my mama because I'm like, why would you let her make me nervous? And my sister was like, "I would never get in the car with my sister again," and blah, blah, blah. So those are my 2 experiences. And then my sister-in-law came along. She took me to the high school parking lot and let me just drive on a Saturday when nobody was there. That's how I learned how to really just navigate behind the wheel. But yeah, I don't have any illegal ones.
Honey,
I wanted to be that child that took the car illegally, but my folks didn't play that.
Let me tell you, like, I drove so much that when it was time for me to do driver's ed, I went to sleep behind the wheel in driver's ed. Because I kept saying, I know how to drive. I had a family member, which I'm not calling any names, that didn't believe in drinking and driving. But I love when he wanted to go drink because I always could drive. He'd be like, "Nicole, come go with me." I'm like, "Where you going?" "I'm going to drink." I was like, "Oh, okay. Can I drive?" Girl, like 17, 18, this old head club hole in the wall, driving a little sports car. You couldn't tell me I wasn't cute. And you could, and it was a stick, and I knew how to drive a stick. You could not tell me that I was the flyest chick out there in the parking lot. Never wanted to go in the club because I wanted to be cute in the car.
Because a little hole in the walls, you didn't go inside anyway. It wasn't a room. Everybody was outside.
Yeah.
For y'all that are watching, share with us what your first driving experience was like. I mean, if it was illegal and you did something wrong, I don't know about the statute of limitations. You might not want to share that. But tell us what, your first driving experience was like.
Like I was so surprised that I would, as long as I drove with no license, that I never got stopped by the cops. But as soon as I got license, I mean, daggone, they was getting me every other month.
Long as you was illegal, they didn't stop you.
They didn't stop me. I could go through, like, I went through a roadblock and he was telling me to go ahead because God was on my side. Something happened where the cop had to leave.
Mm-hmm. Dale says, hi, sis.
Hi. Jelly Rock.
All right, let's go on to our next one. Did you have any last comments about your
I don't want to tell people how bad I really was back in the day. I was bad.
We'll keep that for your tell-all book. Go ahead and hit that one, sis.
The first time you experienced racism or gender discrimination.
Woo! So we know y'all finna light up the comments. What is the first time, if you have, that you experienced racism or gender discrimination? Woo! I was like, which situation do I want to share? I'm gonna go on record as saying this. I never have experienced racism the way my mother or father would have, or any of my ancestors before them. I have not. So I'm not going to even play like, no, I have not.
Yeah.
But I have experienced some things. I think quite a few of us can say we've been followed, we've been profiled. We've been asked certain questions, and you like, why are you even asking me? It's 30 of us in here. You picked a nice chocolate one. Okay. But two experiences. When I first moved here, my sons and I used to frequent this particular store. Well, mainly me, because it was my products in there. And it was not owned by us. And I had been in that store. I don't know how, like, everybody knew us in the store. But the owner was there that particular day. And I swear every aisle I was on, he was on. He was fixing stuff on the shelf, and he was putting products up on the shelf. And my son had walked past that, and the hair supply stores, y'all know it be packed. They just put too much stuff on those shelves. He walked by and it knocked over one of the little brushes. You would have thought my son killed somebody in that moment. This man come flying. I don't know where he came from, because he was on the aisle with us. Mm-hmm. And then he disappeared for a second. Then he popped up again and was screaming that he stole the brush because he was picking the brush up. He wanted to check pockets. I mean, it was so crazy. And it was the way that he came at us, and I said, I'm not going to say what nationality this person is, but he wasn't Black. You cater to my people, but you are so suspicious of my people. You can't have it both ways. Like, right. You open up this store, everything in here is for us. But every time we make a move, you're following me. And I'm in this store every single weekend. And so he went into more details of what he thought we did. And my son is standing there. He has already pulled his pockets out. There's nothing in his pockets but lint at this point. And I'm like, so where did we steal?
Right.
And he said, you people, and I think when he said it, I saw orange, crimson, red. I don't know what the color was, but you people just stole out of, yeah. So I told him some things that I'm not going to repeat. And he was crying when I finished. And I said, take the entire basket, son, and go return it. We're not buying a thing. And he was like, no, I'm sorry, please, let me make it better. But, our store is always robbed. I said, but it's not always us. Right. I said, while you were following me, was a white woman over there and a white woman over there with the backpack. You have all these people in here, but you chose to follow me. But why is everything in this store catering to me? Like, if you don't like me, stop catering to me. But right. Everybody, my skin tone is not going to be stealing from you. And it wasn't that I was also accused. It was that he accused my son. Yeah. My son at that time was maybe like 13, 14 years old. And you have to know my kids to know how I raised them, to know that was just absurd. And I know he didn't know that off the cuff, but bruh, where was the evidence? If you watching me that hard, you saw he dropped something, he picked it up and put it right back. So that was a horrible experience. Needless to say, I have never gone back, because I'm never going to pay you to mistreat me. But the one that sticks out for me the most, and I'll make it super quick. When I was a mystery shopper, yes, I've been a mystery shopper. They sent me to a particular side of town in a particular boutique where nobody in there looks like us. And I went in the door, and I swear, of the 30 people in there, all eyes turned to me. And a couple of them was looking like, you don't belong in here, darling. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those mystery shops. Okay. There are certain things that we had to do that I can't say.
Right.
But one of them was to have a certain conversation with the manager. They didn't want to go get the manager for me. They were telling me that there's really nothing in the store for me. Did they need security? I mean, it was crazy. So normally you don't disclose that you're mystery shopping. I had to disclose it because they were about to call security on me. Why? For absolutely no reason at all. But there was nobody in there that looked like me, and everybody in there was over 60 years old. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, I had to call the people that I was doing the mystery shop for and tell them what had happened. They actually reimbursed me double for the experience. Asked me if I wanted to file a complaint. Like, it was crazy, but needless to say, I got put out that store. I got put out the store.
That's crazy.
And yeah, it was. It was. Let me read this comment, then we can go to yours.
Okay.
About your experience. He says to ask Sierra Pleasant about this one. And for those that don't know, our other co-host is out for her birthday. But this is her brother. Me and Sierra were chased by Caucasian boys with sticks because of the color of our skin. They called us every name you could think of and chased us all the way back to our apartment complex. We were young and did not understand why they were doing this. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, Brandon. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna collect myself. Go ahead.
Like,
about yours.
I've really never experienced racism. I mean, like, the feeling about why they looking at you and stuff like that, but never nothing obvious. And you said they never was out with it. Okay. They never. It was just something. I just never really addressed it. I'll put it that way. But mine was the gender discrimination.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate it because some mechanics had the vibe to it. You see what I'm saying? They could be the sweetest guys and really want. But when I go into somewhere to get maintenance work, if a guy's not going with me, yeah, I go in with a stern face, like, I've done my research or whatever. Mine was a car dealership. He didn't know that I had already did my research on this particular car, the particular price, the maintenance, and everything. Like, I did my research before I went there. Now, before I went there, I sent one of my friends to see was the car still there, because I looked everything up online. Sent one of my friends to see if it was there. The guy quoted a lower price, not knowing that me and the guy was working together. Right. He had talked him down to a certain price. So then I went by myself. He raised the price on me. When I tell you that I ripped into, because when it was time for me to sign, he didn't even get the commission because I went to another car salesman. When I tell you I ripped into this car salesman, I mean ripped. And then the sad thing was he was a brother. That was, here, I'm like, I know no matter what ethnic group you are, a hardworking person is a hardworking person. Right. But I'm like, here you just lost commission because you thought you was going to get over on me about a car. Yeah. I mean, it was just crazy. Yeah. Like, when I say, I kept telling him, get out my face, get out my face. I said, because you gave me he was like, yeah, you're just like every angry black woman type speech. Right. And I told him, I said, if you don't get out my face, I'm going to rip you apart like you was on Apollo. I mean, I'm going to Sandman, you in this place. I'm not even playing. He kept,
Yeah.
girl, I was so mad. My eyes turned red. Like, I like a straight demon in there. Because I could not believe that we're not talking $500. We're not even talking $1,000.
Yeah.
My homeboy had talked you down $7,000 on a car.
Yeah.
You a boy. Yeah. Yeah.
This chicken her cash.
Honey, just think about now, still make me mad because, and then you're gonna have the audacity to send me an email a couple months later talking about, are you still looking for a car? And I emailed him back. You need to check who you emailing. Please take me off your emailing list and do not do it again.
Yeah.
Now gender. It was another occasion, and I worked at a group home, and they kept sticking me in this side of the facility that I'm like, why am I over here again?
Right.
Because I can do what they're doing over there. I mean, don't get me wrong, the job was, both jobs were just about the same, but it was just, you could tell they was putting all the women together and all the men together.
Yeah.
Now, if you had it because y'all had an altercation about a conflict or something like that, so that you had to put all the women together and all the men together. But then it was like, why are the men doing that when it need to be like they had us like lifting beds, and I don't want to just say the supervisor wasn't on the same team.
Yeah.
That type situation. So yeah, those are like the only two. But like racism, like I've seen it. Like I might have seen it happen to somebody else and I went off about it, but I've never experienced it really to me.
Your cousin, this is your cousin, right? Your cousin.
Jamaica, that's my sister.
I'm sorry, your sister. You got to know cars, and Granddad John was a mechanic.
Yeah. Now my granddad, he's the only one that can fix. If he fix your car, you can't take it to another mechanic.
I know some of those.
I love them.
You know, I have a discrimination. So I don't know if y'all know what they call ableism, right? And that's when they discriminate against people who they call disabled or who are blind, whatever. So I would tell you, because for those that don't know, I mean, you must not look at any of my pictures. I use a wheelchair, and I had gone to school for medical assisting, graduated at the top of my class, put in 101,000 applications and resumes, and on paper and over the phone, it was, can you come in today, ma'am? Then I get there and they be like, so, we'll call you. Or I was told, I'm not sure you'll be able to maneuver your chair around the office. Like I was told so many thrown off reasons on why they wouldn't do it. Asked to come somewhere and speak. And then I get there and they were like, yeah. And it used to be hurtful back in the day when it happened because I was much younger and I didn't know who I was back then. But now my whole attitude is you're the one missing out on all of this amazingness. Like you're missing out on all God had to give you through me because you couldn't see past that chair. Right. And that hasn't happened often, but it has happened often enough that I and I don't think people consciously have these thoughts and feelings. I think it's on a subconscious level. But listen, you're the one missing out on all this amazing deliciousness that is me. So you want to hit that what Douglas said? Oh,
child, you got excuse.
I got you.
You got yeah.
Excuse my because of my speech slur. You good, Douglas? You know that don't bother me.
Yeah, but look, that's
right
why.
Go ahead.
When I fill out applications and stuff, you know, when they ask like your race stuff, I always answer. I prefer not to answer. On everything.
I used to do that too. But then you get there and then they see you black.
Yeah.
Don't waste my time and my gas. Don't do that. Because some people, I'm not gonna say that. Anybody else want to share in the comments what experiences you have had with discrimination? I'm gonna tell y'all this one real quick before we go to the next one. I was on a date toward the beginning of the year. We had gone to a particular steakhouse and had been sitting there for a long time. They came and took our order, and we were still waiting there for a long time. A big old party of 10 came in, sat on, so I can't say which place it was, but the place, one half of the restaurant is divided by these big old like wooden walls, right? That are like maybe up to your shoulder. So they set them on the other side of that, and those people got their food. It was a party of 10. We were 2 people, and they got their food in, and he looked at me and I said, you know me, I'm never going to pay to be disrespected. He's like, would you like to leave? I was like, yeah. And then he looked over, he said, wait, what did you order? And I told him what I ordered. He's like, our food is over there. The waiter didn't want to bring us our food to the table. So he set it against the wall on the opposite side of the wooden wall next to the party of 10, where people were breathing on it, passing by. Like it was literally close to the kitchen up against the wall. And so we grabbed the first person that walked out, and I said, I need to see a manager. Manager comes over and I said, can you tell me what table that food is for over there? And she was like, I believe this is for your table. I said, no, touch it. And it was cold. I said, you know how long we've been here? And when we put that in, how long that's been sitting over there? Because they didn't want to bring us our food. I've never, listen.
Have you ever experienced, okay, because you know we both plus size women, discrimination about like your size? Like, okay, so like it's a nail salon that here in North Carolina, and I'm not going to necessarily tell you what city it's in, but
Tripped out.
What I say?
She say my name is the giveaway that I'm Black. I'm sure it costs jobs not to call me back. Older people used to always say that when I was growing up. Watch what you name your baby.
Yeah,
because they're gonna try to apply for a job and not get it. But go ahead.
Yeah, and I know someone that went to the nail salon to get her pedicure, and you know they would not wait on her because of her weight. They told her that she was too big to be in the chair. And I'm like, do you not know how bad I would have cut up? I would have
to be in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen that on TV, but I've never heard anybody that I know personally say that. Shut up.
So I mean, it's a lot that
it's a lot of things that people. Yeah, it's we tend to judge like right off the cuff a little too much.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it's getting out of hand. But then you get mad, or you want to give a quick apology when you push somebody to that level to show out. But I can say a lot of people that I know that went to that salon stuck up for her, and they took their business elsewhere. And I was so proud of how our people stuck together and supported her and not make her feel any kind of way. I mean, they uplifted her and everything, but I'm just like,
that's good. Because again, I'm never gonna pay you to mistreat me. So if I'm being mistreated or discriminated against in any way, or 5 people have come in after me that are not my color, and you waited. I got so many of those stories, and it's ridiculous in the day and time that we live in that it feels like I'm gonna get you a comment in just a second, Douglas, that it feels like a lot of times we take steps backwards. You'll take my money, but you really don't want me in your establishment. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave your establishment and take my money with me. Sister, I told my husband our children needed application approved names for future jobs. Douglas. Excuse me, y'all. Well, I was at the retail store and the guy was really rude and told the woman to take her big, fat, oversized self to another store because they didn't have anything for her. I blasted him out. Don't disrespect nobody like that, and don't judge nobody.
Right.
End scene. Oh my God, I probably would have acted a plum. Speaking of discrimination, let's go on to the next one. Speaking of discrimination, are you ready for this one?
Pastor arrested for watering neighbor's lawn.
If y'all have not heard about this, because the video was released this past week. Now, let me give you some background, and I'm gonna let Coley Cole start with her comments. Hold on one second. We got one that just came in. Derek says, I remember, hey, Derek, I remember a flight I took several years ago. This large-sized gentleman was asked to leave the plane and purchase another ticket. That was wrong. They had to know. Wow. Okay. So Pastor Michael Jennings in Alabama, the video was released this week, but back in May, he was arrested for watering his neighbor's lawn. So what happened? And you can literally you can type in this title that's scrolling at the bottom, and you're gonna see 1,000 videos about it. But everything was caught on police cam. You can see this man watering. You can't help but to see him watering these people's. I mean, call in my line.
All he was doing was watering the lawn.
You can see it when they walk up. But they ask him, do you have the right to be here? And he's like, yeah, I'm
watering the lawn.
I'm watering the lawn. So they ask him for his ID. And he says, I'm not giving you my ID. I'm not doing anything. I'm watering the lawn. So he goes on to say that I'll try to stay calm while I tell this stupid story. He goes on to explain to them that the people that live there asked him to water their plants, their lawn or whatever, while they were away. They had just left that morning. And that's all he was doing, like literally. But the guy says that they got a call of a suspicious person being there. And they asked him again for his ID. And he's like, I'm not giving you my ID. I'm not doing anything wrong. And he's like, who called on me? And they're like, well, we're trying to figure all of that out. So let me fast forward a little bit. This pastor used to be an officer, so he knew what his rights were. And y'all, he wasn't doing nothing but
watering the lawn.
So after he's refused to do that, in comes a neighbor who happens to be a white lady who then was vouching for him. Now, here's the thing. In the video, you see them ask him, does he have a right to be there? And he tells them, yeah, because I'm doing what they asked me to do. But they don't believe that and take that for his word. When the white lady walks up, they actually ask her, does he have the right to be here? Which that took me.
Yeah.
And then she says yes. So they take her at her word. She goes on to explain that the man lives where he lived. And they were really good friends, him and the guy, whose lawn he was watering. And this is, something they probably would have asked him to do. And even though she admitted that she's the one that called and said she didn't recognize him, I'm going to leave that till I make my comment. But whatever, she's the one who called. All that was straightened up, but they still arrested him because he would not show his ID. And I believe the charge was obstruction of government. Dang it, obstruction of government something. When you look it up, you'll see. So the man was taken to jail. The charges were later dropped, but of course, this man is filing a discrimination lawsuit. We're gonna get into the meat of it. Y'all are like lighting up these comments. We're gonna get into the meat of it. Child, Nicole, I'm gonna let you go first, but let me hit the comments real quick.
Okay.
I saw the video. I'm sorry, he's a poor example of a pastor. Oh,
no.
Okay, Douglas. And he got a right to feel how he feels.
Wait, does Douglas know something we don't know about this pastor?
I don't know. If he was white, there wouldn't be an issue. Douglas, can you see my face? Right. Brandon says, are you serious? I kid you not. And Derek says the charges were something stupid, incredibly. So here's the thing. Before you give your opinion, there are a couple of sides to this coin. You have people that feel like if he would have just shown his ID. Oh, you're on mute. Okay. If he would have just shown his ID, it wouldn't have been a problem. Other people feel like that man was not like he wasn't on public property. He was literally just watering. He even says to the officer, you see me watering. And he was like, yeah, but you could have just, I cannot. Y'all have to watch the video. It's stupid. So you got the two sides of it. how do you feel about this, Nicole? And do you feel they were justified in arresting him because he did not show his ID, or was he justified in refusing to show his ID?
See, I would honestly, it's sad that in today's society that we even have to come to the point where we explain ourselves and you see what I'm saying? To the point where you got to ask for my ID. You see what I'm saying? It's sad because, because of the color of our skin, that's one reason why. But I see, I was angry with it. But because of today's society and today's world that we're living in, you just need to comply with what they say, because you don't know what's going to happen if you don't.
Yeah.
I just didn't want him to be another statistic black guy killed by the police. So just do what they ask. Now, were they right with asking him? No, they were not. Like, that what made me angry. That's what I'm like, sometimes we just got to know as African American people that they don't care. You know what I'm saying? But then also, am I going to stand up for myself? Yes. And then when I think I would have lost my mind when you sat up here and told me that this Caucasian lady was the one that called, and I would look at her sideways and say, you didn't bother to find out. And first of all, I'm just watering their lawn. What these dogs gonna do? Take the grass?
I mean, excuse me.
What did you think I would do? Take the grass? In daylight.
There's a full video. It's over 5 minutes long. The lady actually is talking to Pastor Michael while he's in the back of the police car with his handcuffs on.
I wouldn't have had nothing to say to her.
She's apologizing to him because she was basically saying, I didn't realize it was you. I saw the car. I didn't know. I couldn't tell it was you from a distance. And he said, it's okay. Like, he wasn't upset with her for doing it.
He was close to God. That's what it was. Because I'm telling you, it would have been a different situation.
Man, but the officer, okay, so here's what I will say. I appreciate that the officers did not escalate the situation. There are some officers that, let me say this disclaimer. Y'all watch my eyes, okay? I am not saying all police officers, not saying that. What I am saying is there are some that it feels like the only authority they have is when that badge is on, and they are, what is the word? They are overly aggressive on site, overly aggressive. They're looking for a reason to do something. So
they hide behind the badge.
I'm very grateful that these officers were not like that. Now, Pastor Michael knew his rights. That's why he was like, I don't have to show you my ID. I'm just watering the lawn. Now, he made another good point. When they put him in the back of the police car, they asked him for a social security number. He said, I'm not giving you that. I give you my name. Because if I give you my social security number, I'm now in the system. And I'm a pastor. Right. I can't blame him for that. I cannot blame you. You are literally being accused, and there are handcuffs on you for doing absolutely nothing. Now, Alabama does not have an ID verified law. They do not. Oh, wow. So, but him knowing his rights, he's telling them what his rights are. But I appreciate them not being aggressive, causing more issues. This is what I will say. If he had his ID, which he didn't, because his wife came running down the street when she realized what's going on. She didn't know if her husband was shot, if he was hurt, and she was running down there with his ID to show them who he was. The problem is that it took the woman, the white lady, to come down and tell them, oh yeah, okay, so it's okay. He's supposed to be here. And when she said that, one of the police officers said, well, you could have just said that. You could have just told us who you were. He said, I told you that. And you saw me watering. I had a hose in my hand. So I can understand people feeling like, well, he just should have complied. I get it. But look at who he is in the community. Right. He's been an officer before. He knows the law. And then the third thing is it at a point that you can't be black and water grass? Now, I understand that they had to follow up with the report that was made. But when you get there, And you see this man watering grass. He's not breaking into a home. He's not suspiciously standing at their door or by a window. He was
didn't flee when you pulled
watering
up.
the grass. So, oh girl, we got a bunch of comments. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so Douglas says, thank you, thank you. All they had to do is comply. The only thing you got to do is comply. He's a pastor. He's supposed to lead by example, but not running his mouth and being smart. Okay, Douglas, you know what? You are so entitled to your opinion, baby. I'm not gonna even argue on that. But I feel where you're coming from. I do. I just think I got to be on his side a bit, because you can't walk. Okay, next one. Charged with that's what it was, Brandon. It was obstruction of government operations. But
crazy.
since there is no ID verified law, how was he obstructing any? I cannot. It was just dumb. I feel like he went ahead and got arrested because they were in their feelings that he did not give them the ID. That's what I feel it was.
And that's another thing too. You know, a lot of police officers, I'm not gonna say it's all, but a lot of police officers do, and it's just by me watching some of the stuff on TV or whatever. Yeah. They do not like, they hide behind the badge. They don't like to be challenged, especially when you tell them you know that your rights.
Yep.
Then it's like, oh, you trying to be smart? No, I'm not trying to be smart. I'm telling you my rights.
Right. And that's what I think it was. I think because he knew his rights, I think they knew that they really had no ground to stand on. He did not have to show his ID, and he was doing nothing wrong. But because the lady comes up and verifies him, the wife done been there to verify him, he really ain't done nothing wrong. You still charged him with obstruction of government operations, which is dumb.
Yeah, because like,
Derek, you are so right.
Like, I'm for him and stuff. It's just today's society. You know what I'm saying? It's just today's world.
I agree.
And that's it. Like, were they wrong? 100%.
But when they took his phone from him.
Yeah.
They took his phone from him, grabbed one arm, was putting the cuff on. They took the phone to cuff him. Like, it was a lot that they did that wasn't right. But I do understand what you're saying. We want our men to be safe and to come home. It's just ridiculous. If I'm gonna keep it 100, and this is not, a racial statement, it's an actual fact, unfortunately. If that had been a white man, he could have had that same argument, told them, I'm gonna have y'all badge. I want your badge number. I want your the police chief's number. I'm calling my lawyer. He wouldn't have gotten that type of treatment, and probably would have gotten an apology for bothering him. Unless he was belligerent and coming at them. And Derek says he agreed with what you said earlier. We got some more comments. Let me hit them.
Okay, go ahead.
My baby sister, hey, sissy, she says, that's right. Just comply and complain later, but get out of there with your life, please. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The police should be using better judgment. Kim, exactly. Douglas says you have to comply. This is not black and white thing. The bottom line is this: comply, comply, comply. All right, Derek. Douglas told us it ain't black and white. Come on, Michael Jackson. The officer could have called the Homeland, verify what he said. That is true. He meant homeowners. That is true, Derek. But they didn't need that. Once the lady came down and said it, it was cool then. Anyway, who's Douglas Smooth? What's happening here? Well, Douglas Smooth is giving his opinion on him feeling like the pastor was wrong in this situation. So, we're going to let everybody share they thoughts. So Brandon said, definition of obstruction of, come on with the definition, Brandon. A person commits this crime if he uses intimidation, physical force, or interference, or uses some independently unlawful act to obstruct any governmental operation or intentionally prevents a public servant from performing his governmental duty by the use of such force. And with that being said, Brandon is saying, so they arrested him for nothing.
Basically.
They dropped those charges. Everybody's saying, who is this Douglas person? Douglas, you got people in their feelings, but that's a good thing. Causing us to talk and have conversation. Police with egos, yeah. Douglas says you have some good officers, and you had, well, yeah, out
Yeah.
there that takes their authority to the extreme, and that's all it is. Well, that's what I said earlier. That's why I specified, and my disclaimer was, this is not all officers, because I know many of them, and they are not like that.
Right.
Some of them, they got complexes, man. They put that badge on, and it's, if he was white, no one would have ever called. Say that again. Okay, so speaking of which, and Douglas, he's gonna laugh at y'all. Speaking of which, so here's my close on this, and then Nicole, you give yours. The woman said she didn't recognize that it was the pastor. I'm not saying she ain't telling the truth. I'm just saying, oh, Nick here have a hard time believing that, because you've known this pastor for how long? Even told the officers, I think she said either them two have been friends for 7 years, or he, not him and her, him and the guy's lawn he was watering, or that he had been there for 7 years. But either or, you've seen this man plenty of times to know him and know his character, to know he's a pastor.
And to know he does that.
I could clearly see from a blurry police cam who he was. You couldn't see in broad daylight. So she says she called because she didn't recognize the car or him. A car is there. So we calling police because cars at people's houses. Now, granted, okay, your people was out of town. I get that. But you didn't know that was the pastor. Like, you just didn't know. Here's why I have an issue with that too. You made your way down there when the police arrived, and you made the statement, because we all heard it, this may be my fault. If you didn't know who it was and you called the police, why are you down there? Because you did your duty as a neighbor, right? So why are you down there? Because you realized that it was who it was and you made a mistake? I think not. I think you already knew who it was. And I'm just going to leave it right there. We got some comments real quick. And then, Cole, you hit us on your last. You need to know your rights, people. Yes. No, I was laughing at you when you said black and white Michael Jackson. It's black. It's white. Okay. Exactly, said Derek. And speak, Nikki. I'm just saying, I ain't accusing her of lying. I just don't believe it. Okay, Cole, what are your final thoughts on this, love?
Okay, I'm letting you know. I can read the comments now.
I'm sweating. Are y'all sharing? If you have not, please share this to your page. Don't make us sweat for nothing. That didn't make me hot. Go ahead.
But my thing is, just because the neighbors wasn't home, how you know they didn't have a schedule for a lawn care to come?
Say that again, please.
Like,
you just could
mind your business.
Stuff.
Like, you don't hear them people alarm go. You don't see that man at the window. You don't see him at the door. You see him out there in the yard. Is a crook gonna stand out there and water the lawn for everybody to see him?
Right.
And my thing is, you know this man. There's nothing you can tell me that you don't know. You don't know. And he done it before. He does it. You notice that the first time you see him down there watering the lawn. So there's no excuse at all. None whatsoever. And I think that they should lock her up for that phone call.
That's how I feel. When all these people, I'm not going to say what they call them, but when all these people make these false allegations, these crazy police calls, and the officers come out and it's some bull snap. I said bull snap, Mama, I didn't cuss. And it's a bull snap. They should be charged, because you are wasting. I remember back in the day, I don't even know if they still do this. Do y'all remember this? If you call 911 like a prank, you got in trouble for doing that. You could not just be calling 911 and there was no real emergency. Why are people doing it now?
Right.
So what do you say when you call 911? 911, it's a man watering. It's a suspicious black man watering my neighbor's. I can't. Let me get to this.
Play the 911 call.
I don't.
I want to know what she said. What all did she say?
You know what? That may come out if he goes forward with this lawsuit. But it's the 911. There's somebody taking out my neighbor's trash. 911, there's a little black girl with a lemonade stand. I remember we've had some of the, I cannot. Okay. All right, let me read these comments. Hey, Anna Lane is in the building.
Hi, Missy Lane. I love Missy Lane.
She keeps it so real. She is so faithful. We all know that wasn't the main issue. I'm black and they are too strong and taking over. They want us powerless. And Kim says he could have been hired help. Yo, what if he was hired help and didn't speak English? See, it's that bull snap. Now that could have been a horrible situation. First of all, we praise God it did not end bad. We think that we don't want him losing his church congregation or ending up dead or hurt. But what if they had been their hired help, like Kim said, and he didn't speak English?
Right.
Because him watering along wasn't gonna make y'all walk away. It's disgusting, she says. Are you able to see the screen now?
Yep. It says, yeah, you will get in trouble. I'll retire from the law enforcement, and I do not know that for sure. Even you get in trouble for a false police report.
Yeah, but people ain't getting in trouble because they keep doing it.
They not.
That's what they have to do, charge the person who made the call. Right. If they start doing that, it'll be some of these calls coming to an end.
Yeah, stop. Because they did one. I remember, I don't remember what case it was, but they did one. And then the lady that was in New York, she's going to trial now for the little boy that was in the lobby at the hotel. She accused him of stealing her phone, and she made this big spectacle. Yeah, that. But I think they're only doing it because, and this is just my opinion, they're only doing it because his dad had some kind of fame. I think that's the only reason why they're doing it.
Girl, yeah. Wasting government resources. Exactly.
Exactly.
Because while they're there on that bull snap call, they could be out really helping somebody or stopping a real crime. Shaking my head. Why does it keep coming up? There it is.
Man walking along, call it.
Team. Right, sissy, like, we gonna move on.
All right.
We gonna move on. I'm sweating. We gonna hit a
Thank everybody for your participating and commenting, share, tell somebody that the Queen Takeover every Tuesday.
You better promo.
I know, honey. I'm happy. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and participating. Drop
that part. If y'all are enjoying today's episode, drop some crowns down. If you're a king, drop a king's crown. Queens, drop your crowns. All right, you want to hit this one, dear?
We say don't minimize an election judge. Some authorities are petty, requiring your license signature to match on an iPad. Really?
What? They doing the most, but you know what? They gonna do the most. We getting the crowns. That means our family is enjoying it. We are enjoying y'all. We have a more lighter subject we're gonna hit for a second, so Nikki can cool down. All righty. Oh, wait a minute. Did it pop back up? No. What is going on? Let me try this again. All right. What fashion trend do you hate the most, and which one do you love the most? We need y'all to chime in on this one. What fashion trend do you hate the most, and which one do you love the most? Cole. Yeah, I did. Thank you for your crowns. Thank y'all for your crowns. Okay, boom.
What I hate the most, and this is for the men. I hate these men in these tight jeggings. They ain't even jeans no more.
Should have put y'all in some jeggings.
They are pure jeggings. Oh my God. Like, I just
thank y'all. Thank you.
And then again, I don't like people that wear white shoes and black socks, or black socks and white like that irritates my soul. You remember I was telling you, Tierra, that irritates my soul. Like, if you're gonna wear some black shoes, sneakers, please wear some black socks.
Y'all irritate her soul.
Irritate my soul.
Let me. There we go to the comments. Ray is laughing at you. Wait a
Like
minute.
that
Kim
irritate.
Jenkins said, "Agree."
But yes, though these tight pants are getting tighter and tighter by the moment. Like I was down with some of the guys with the little feet.
That's
It
actually the
wasn't
whole word,
tight.
Ray. There is actually something called jeggings that we wear here in the U.S., but she done put them on y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But I was down with the real fitted, like when the guys were tapering their suits and stuff, and they was wearing the fitted pants.
Yeah.
I was down with that. I'm down with it. I'm down. Like I love a man in a great suit.
Yes.
But when your pants start to look like your skin, I got a problem. I have a whole entire problem. My nephews, I fuss at them every time that I see them. I'm like, if your pants get any tighter, I'm gonna give you a pair of my leggings and you can rock them.
Look, I'm gonna see a bubble if you pass gas. They so tight.
I don't understand. Like
Elaine
that's
said
something
you don't like colored eyebrows.
huh?
Elaine don't like colored eyebrows.
Oh, so
Go
I
ahead.
get
Oh, finish your
what?
race.
And for women, if your hair don't match your baby doll sideburns that everybody doing, please don't do it.
Wait a minute. If your hair doesn't match your what?
The baby doll. Who? When did we start doing the little baby swoops again?
The
Like
baby
I did that
hair.
when I was in high school.
Them baby hairs, baby. I wear my baby hairs.
But no, hold up. But when your hair is natural
Mm-hmm.
and nappy,
And nice.
and then you do the baby sideburns, what you do? You do perm your sideburns, want to be straight.
I cannot.
Like
I cannot.
And if your hair like some women, some getting too outrageous with the hair colors.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the comments because we got a bunch of them and they want to ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
But what is the hair color that you don't like the most?
Green. I've been seeing some lime green. And don't get me wrong, I love, like, I appreciate, like, I don't hate on the chocolate women, but some of them look really, really dark, or are really dark skinned, or just dark skin, and they have like this lime green hair. And I'm like, did you go work for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
I can't. I'm not with you. I'm gonna put you in timeout for a second.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Your sister said these kids with hoodies in the summer, skinny jeans,
And Crocs,
guys, Nike slides with socks, knee boots. Okay, she gonna give us everything she don't like. She don't like knee boots. She don't like tunics. She don't like scarves in the fall. Oh wait, no. Wait, okay, so the last part, Jay, is this what you like? The knee boots, the tunics, and scarves in the fall with a belted shirt. I think the last part is what she liked. I'm going to be honest. I don't understand hoodies in the summer here in South Texas. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but when it's 102 plus whatever the heat index is, and I see brothers outside walking with hoodies on, I'll be wanting to pass them some water and be like, baby, you good? Because it's a little hot for that hoodie. However, I don't have to wear it. And my mom used to always tell me, why do you wear stuff like that in the summertime? So I was them once upon a time. That was
let me tell you, the kids here in North Carolina just went back to school yesterday. It was their first day back to school.
Mm-hmm.
And those were precious little kids that went to school. Some of them was fly, because I was like, Lord, was I that fly? I need to go talk to my mama, because the kids were fly going to school.
Yeah.
But then you see these little grown, little rusty some kids. They got on hoodies. They had on jogging pants and Crocs. When was the okay for the kids to wear the Crocs to school?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm coming because there's a lot of comments.
Okay.
This woman said, just somebody that I work with here in the city. She had been taking her daughter to private school, private Catholic school, actually. She wanted to try public school. So they went to go. They went to the orientation day. When she walked in, you got to know this woman. This woman is short and petite. She was like, the kids were towering her, and she couldn't tell the teachers from the students because the way everybody was dressed. But there were outfits, she said, that should have been on the beach and should have been only at home behind the bedroom door. So she asked the counselor, is there not a dress code? And the counselor told her, we pick our battles. Oh. And she and I were talking, and I was like, you had an entire list before school started, and you knew what you couldn't wear, and you had to sign off on it. And there will be people at the doors that will literally turn you around if you try to come into the school wearing anything that was on that list, or they would take you directly to the principal's office to make that phone call to tell them to bring you some clothes. You were not just going to wear anything. We couldn't wear house shoes and slides and
right,
and but they can. Ray says, you have to see the guys here on my island. They buy all the women. Well, dang, okay.
Where you from?
Love a man in a uniform. Yes, Auntie. Whew. Come through, brother, in y'all uniforms.
I love a man in a suit.
Hold on, so you got a bunch of. Okay. I can't with Nicole. Derek said, okay, let's talk about you women. Well, come on, baby, tell us.
Tell us, Derek. Tell us.
Your sister said the swirl baby hair, ain't nobody here like that. Whatever. My gel can make my hair look like however it wants to. Brandon said extremely super duper long
fingernails.
Like that.
Yeah,
okay,
it's getting a little outrageous.
Too long?
No. We talking about one that they don't even file down.
Are these too long, Brandy? I don't understand the ones where I don't know how you clean yourself, but right. That's just me. Elaine said, Coley, ha ha ha. My sister is laughing. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't see all these comments for kids. I can appreciate it. Okay. Kim says, we visited a church earlier this summer. Child, all the men dressed the same, tight pants, showing ankles, and these sperry tight shirts. What the flim flam? Yes. Wait a minute. There is. Your sister said, yes. My sister told Brandon, those nails are super ridiculous, aren't they? And then your sister said, the counselor said kids wear them as a comfort thing. Yeah, they actually told her we pick and choose our battles, and they choose not to battle with the kids. Y'all, somebody sent me a video. It may have been C, but somebody sent me a video. It was the first day of school. And these were those knee boots that look like they look like really long socks, but they're leather.
Yeah.
They have that big platform and then the big old heel. She was wearing this with short shorts and a jacket and getting ready to get on the school bus.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what school she's going to, but they're gonna let her. I don't even know how she was walking them without.
She was going to P Valley.
Well, okay. What are your final thoughts on this before we go into the next one?
But the things I do, I love a well-dressed man. Like, I don't know. Let me tell you, I have this thing. I don't know why. I think a guy with some camouflage pants or camouflage shorts with a nice little polo button-up shirt. I think, and the baseball cap. Like, I think that, like, I love that. Then if he have a sexy walk, that's just whew, I can just stare at him like,
man. Let me tell you what a sexy walk is on a man. I got excited because the first person I'm thinking about is Denzel and Obama. It's a confident black man walk. It's a king that's walking, and he is so confident in his walk. I don't even care if he's not confident, but his walk is saying that he is. That is so sexy to me. When you go into a room knowing you belong in there. Child. Oh,
now let me tell you,
I'm
sorry. My daddy get the most compliments about his walk. My daddy walk is just so fly, and I'm like,
my baby sister and mom on here, they'll tell you. My dad used to get a bunch of compliments. This man had the cool, and he had the nerve to try to lick the corner of his. I cannot. Anyway, let me give mine real quick because I forgot I didn't give mine. So the fashion trend that I don't like the most will be anything telling me what I can't wear in a specific season. I'm gonna wear white anytime I choose to. I don't care if it's after or before, whatever. If I got it in my closet and it's clean, I can fit it, I'm gonna rock it. The one that I love the most would be, I don't know if it's a fashion trend for everybody, but for me, when I can find a really good bra, I'm just keeping it 100. When I can find a bra that can hold my queen,
My
And
hand up with you. High
listen,
five.
that
Bump,
that can hold my queens, and it's not putting so much pressure like the indiges in my shoulder. I have had some bras that I mean, yeah, it's no secret. My breasts are large. I've had some bras that pull down so hard. There's a huge my baby sister always talk about it, huge indentation on my shoulders, and they would hurt. And you're doing this all day, which is
day
so
long.
uncomfortable. So when I find a bra that make me feel like and the queens are up and I'm not struggling with it and constantly tugging on it, that's amazing. Now when I go home, that booger got to come off because I can't stand wearing them. But when I have a good bra, that's a good thing for me.
Yes, ma'am. Or I love me a maxi dress.
Oh, I love those too.
I love any kind of maxi dress. I love.
He was the coolest man I knew growing up. Linen pantsuit with well manicured feet and sandals on the beach. I love my body right as far as my maintenance and my skin and all that good stuff. And it ain't for everybody, it's for me. I like to smell good all the time. I don't care if I'm at home by myself. That's just me. Okay, we're gonna go into our last one.
See, like that, lift them up.
That's what I'm saying. Because why are you wearing a bra and they still sitting low? Now I know there are days all of us got that one bra where you like, I really don't want the full attention. I just want something on so they're not swinging because you want to be comfortable. But yeah, and it's not easy finding bras when you over a certain size. They gonna cost you though. They gonna cost you. We're gonna skip one of them and save it. For time's sake, what are we? 8:11. Yeah, for time's sake, we're gonna hit this one though.
Women proposing to men.
Yeah.
Nikki, what is your take on this?
First of all, I'm about to call on you.
No, honey.
What is my take on it? Well, first of all, we want to hear from y'all. It's always QT. She said, yes, Jesus blessed quietness. Y'all understand them bras?
Honey.
You know what? Okay, I ain't gonna get back on the bras. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Hey, the bra is a whole conversation by itself.
You hear me? Because I want
for the big movies.
Really
there is a whole conversation by itself.
I really do. All right, we're gonna get back on topic.
Okay.
Women proposing to men. How do y'all feel about that, QT fam? And have you shared? If you have not, please share this to your page. Okay. I'm gonna start off by saying I'm not dogging anybody that wants to do it. Nikki will not do it. I firmly believe that he who finds a wife finds a good thing. I feel like, and let me get it all out before y'all eat it up in the comments. I feel like if a woman is at the point where she's asking, I wouldn't say desperation. I don't want to use that word. She's either at a point of he gonna go on and say yes, or I'm gonna move on, or she's maybe at a point of desperation, like I've been waiting 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, bruh ain't asked me yet. But my thing is if y'all have been together and it don't seem like y'all are talking future plans, or y'all talk future plans and it don't seem like he talking about making you his forever, asking him to marry you, I don't think it's gonna solve it. Because what if he says yes because of the pressure only, but he resents it, and then it gets thrown back up at you, only did it because you asked me in front of all you folks or whatever. Excuse me. I have actually seen, I don't know in real life, but just on television, not in movies, but like reality TV, women who have proposed to their men. One couple never got married. They stayed engaged for a long time. I think he said yes to shut up because they had been together 10 years. And she could not get him to commit to a marriage. So when she proposes, he said yes, he took the ring, but they never got married. But they're still together. I know a couple, they ended up getting married. I don't know what the end result was about the relationship itself. I just feel like I'm taking things out of order. And I know y'all may disagree, and that's okay. I feel like I'm taking things out of order. If I'm trusting, because I know I am a wife, if I'm trusting for my husband, whoever he is, to find me, then I'm going to wait on that. And when I'm in a relationship with someone, I want to see how you view me in your life. If you don't see me as your wife, I'm not going to be throwing ultimatums on you and all this stuff. I'm going to go on with my life because my husband's somewhere waiting on me while I'm waiting on you. So yeah, I don't agree with it. But let me hit the comments and I'm coming to you.
Okay.
I proposed to my husband after 31 years. Now I know this couple. I know Kim and her husband Robert. They are an amazing couple. They've been together for 31 years. It worked out for them. I ain't mad at y'all, boo.
Ain't it not even?
Derek says, call me
Call
old
me
fashioned,
over.
but the man should always be the one. Hell yeah. Douglas says, amen and amen again. Your sister says, I'm not
I'm not
asking
asking at all.
Won't
She
you hit
crazy.
this? Oh,
Stop dating dang on women for lengthy times, slits,
I think she meant slides.
and don't do it and do it appropriately. His respect for me should follow.
Hold on a second. Amazing. Congratulations, Kim, on 31 years.
Yes, ma'am.
An amazing couple. They really are. To each their own. True. Exactly. A man that finds a wife. I second this. Is fruitless for a long time. She asked him only a rebuttal or an agreement on some cuts tip. And then this one says,
Come through, Mr. Derek.
Mr. Derek. Uh-oh. All righty. Awesomeness. And then you want to hit this one?
Is a man is supposed to do the proposal, not the woman. To me, man proposed to a woman means that he's true and sincere being in this woman's life.
And then Derek says, if a man really, really, really wants to go, really wants to go down the aisle, he will do so. That part. Again, I don't judge anybody that will do it. I won't. But then again, maybe I should never say never. I don't know, but I don't. So, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm gonna say never because I believe in the traditional way.
Okay.
I ain't knocking nobody that do it. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. But here's my thing: when I date, I let that person know we're not dating long. I'm dating with a purpose. So when if it go longer, then I'll be like, yeah, what you have to ask the question beforehand, before even going a month, 2 months. You see what I'm saying? Because some men just date and they prefer not to get married. They just want to date.
Right.
I know people that's been in relationships 20 plus years.
Me too.
And they never walked down the aisle.
Right.
I got an uncle that was married to that was with his girlfriend for 50 something years. And when she passed away, me and him had a discussion. I said, dude, if I'm gonna be with somebody that long, we walking down the aisle. And I ain't talking about for prayer either. I'm talking about you gonna change my life. I'm serious. I'm so
said, I'm not talking about going to the altar for prayer.
No, like I'm so serious. Like you have to get that established. Do you want to get married? Do you have any desires to get married? If so, we're not dating long, because I feel like you within us dating a certain amount of time, you know if I'm wife material or I'm who you supposed to be with. Because first of all, you gonna get right with God, because God gotta tell me you my husband. Like, this your rib, fool. You are the missing piece.
That part. So if you and if you were a man, I was a woman, or vice versa, and we decide we together mutually don't want marriage, but we want relationship together, so we gonna spend the rest of our lives just not married but together, then that's different. But you have to always know what the other person's dating intention is.
Right.
To me, when you get a certain age. Now,
right.
I know some people that don't ever want to get married. They've been married and they like, I'm done with that. I got a friend. She's in her early 60s. I wish you would talk to her about getting married again. She's done with that, but she don't mind dating. So if I know what your intentions are and you know what mine are, and you know that marriage is both of our intentions. I'm not gonna be waiting for forever though for that. And here's the thing: a lot of people want, baby, we're gonna get married. We will get married, but we already living together. We're already having sex. We already got some kids together. We dating and got property together. What is the like? I don't understand. What's that final step for the commitment that you don't want? On the flip side, for talking to both sides of my mouth, there are moments when I wonder, do I want to try it again? I know I'm a wife. I know I want to be married, but there are moments when I wonder, do I want to ever get married again? So you got to know what you want, know what you're willing to wait for or not, and have those conversations. They are so important. Let me hit these real quick. We got a bunch of them, then I'll come back to you. Now, whenever I find that wonderful, beautiful, amazing single woman, believe me, I'll be down on one knee and propose. Y'all, DJ Smooth is putting it out there again. He trying to tell y'all he is single, ready to mingle. And don't come at him if you ain't for real. Auntie says you will, and I think she's referring that to me. I don't know, Auntie, about that asking a man, but you know, no, because I don't know. Exactly. 2 bad experiences, Derek.
Oh, Derek. Gonna end up as a special friend in obituary. And she did.
Don't get the benefits. You ain't lying. Don't get the benefits as a special friend. You're not lying. You want to hit this one? Can you see it?
Yeah. What if the women proposed before the man, but the man was actually going to propose anyway? For men that believe he should propose, would this cause the man not to, since she beats him to the punch?
Ooh.
I asked my friend this question.
That's good. That is really good. I have a question for y'all. I'm gonna pose it, and I'm gonna keep reading the comments. What if, when you ask, if you're the woman and you ask the man to marry you, at that point he says, okay, then you're going to be the provider? Could you kind of flip that a little bit? We'll come back. I just want to get y'all thoughts on that. I can already see Nicole about to give it to me. You are right, Nicole. Aunt Elaine says, when I asked my husband, we were together for less than 7 months. I had no intention of ever marrying, but in that moment on a road trip, I knew he was the one. Come through, Roberts. My brother put whatever he did. She was like, marry me. I just want you to marry me. Come through, Robert. He's such a sweet man, so I can understand, girl. I'm not going back to that. I would tell the person up front, I am not looking to get married. Derek said he's just not doing it, period. He gonna let all y'all know. It ain't happening. Jay says to Brandon, I think so. I just asked my husband, and he said he would have been honored that I asked.
Oh.
Okay. Ray says, Nick, I think all these has to be discussed while dating. Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah, Nikki has those questions. I mean, has those conversations. Hey, Queens.
Hey, Ashley.
What's up, Queen? And then Brandon says, me too. Okay, Cole, go ahead and finish with your thought.
No, I was saying, like, and as a woman, and you're dating with the purpose to be somebody's wife, you have to set boundaries, because if y'all had the discussion, he was like, oh yeah, we're dating for the same thing. And like, you date 5 years and he still ain't proposed, do you stay or do you go?
Let me ask the men in the audience, and I know this is the second question I'm posing to y'all, but let's get this answer first. Do y'all know within 5 years, and I know it's probably less than that, but at least 5 years, do y'all know in 5 years if this woman is wife material for you? Like, do you know in at least 5 years that she is the one? So put that answer down in the comments. Derek said, women, would you marry a man that you are not in love with? Oh, we had this topic on their
No.
Remember that, Cole?
Yeah, no.
Oh, that was a hot show. Would you marry a man that you are not in love with? Good question. Absolutely not.
I can't.
Absolutely not. Listen, I married someone to please other people before that I liked and I had really great feelings for. We were actually even living together. That was part of my push to go and get married, because I don't, we're not doing that. And he and I both knew we were not in love with each other. We had a whole conversation about it. He was still in love with someone he had been with prior to me who died. And I was still in love with someone. But we got married anyway. I repeat, before I say it, I'm going to repeat it before I say it. Don't do that. Do not do
I
that.
can't do it. I can't
Do
do
not
it
do that.
because I couldn't get married to somebody I wasn't in love with because there was one. It has to be an attract. What's keeping me there? You see what I'm
What's
saying?
gonna hold us
Yeah,
together?
what's gonna hold us together? Because if it's money, if it's your money, what I'm gonna do when you gonna be by yourself when your money run out? Like,
So in other words, Cole, you out after the money
I'm
runs
out.
out too.
Yeah, like I don't marry for money or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, there has to be something there to keep me there.
Yeah.
If it's that, then guess what? We could be friends. Well, man,
Somebody gave us an angry frown. Oh, that was Brandon. Um. So, Cole, if we marry and we're not in love, what keeps you with me if I get sick and down and need somebody to take care of me? And I'm talking about not bringing me soup. I'm talking about I need somebody to wipe me, take care of me, or sit at the hospital with me. Like what keeps and if there's no love, what keeps you there for me to lean on when I'm going through something or I need confidence or to pray for me if there's no love? And no, I can't marry that. I can't. There's no money that will make me marry somebody for love. There's
because you
no
know
amount.
what? My likes changes. You see what I'm saying? Like, I might like ice cream this month and not like it next month. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be with you because I just like you.
Because
You
I
know what
might
I'm saying?
not like you tomorrow.
Right. So I want you to be my friend, but I
Yeah.
want to be in love with my friend.
Yes, I definitely
That was
I
gonna
need my
keep me
friend
so
first. Yeah,
yeah. So no.
yeah. Because there are days, even when you marry someone that you love, that you don't like them. There's some
But
days
I
you
love
don't
them.
like the person breathing around you. They ain't doing nothing but breathing and you don't like it. If there is no love there, you're going to be like, Nicole, you know what? I'm out. So Derek says to answer the other question, it would take him 1 year to determine if he wanted to go there. Okay, he said he
Oh,
doesn't need the whole 5. Doug
right.
says,
Okay.
okay, oh, do you want to read it?
Okay. It says, okay, the thing is, this is you. Okay, like, okay, the thing is, this you got the ladies' card out
On the
on the
table.
table.
Mm-hmm.
You have to let each other know where you stand from the beginning. What are your goals? What are you looking for in the future? What do you really want? These are questions that has to be asked. Do you really want marriage? Do you just want to be the friends? Do you want a relationship? All this has got to be asked, and you would know what route to
I
take.
think he was saying ask, and I think he
Ask,
is
I
either,
know.
either autocorrect got him or he's doing talk texting because I
Yeah,
don't think he
talk
said
to
that.
text.
But Brandon says I would say less than 3 years, but it depends on the various seasons we go through and the time we are dating. Me and my wife got married in less than 2 years, but we went through so many things that showed me she was the one for me and truly loved me. I love that. I love
I,
that.
and and that's one. I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, baby.
Oh, I was saying, like, and that's another thing, like experiences. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that you go through with the person will let you know. Like, you could be with somebody 6 months, and something serious can really happen
Right.
and make you like, dang, she's a
Yeah.
rider.
Yeah.
I need to be with her. Like, I can't let this go. Not saying like just because that one experience, but it's like other over the course.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then there's one made, it could be sickness, and she step in or he step in and be like,
Hmm.
boom, like, I can't live without this person.
Yes. And that's what I was just about to say. You really can't put a time frame, but there's always like some people out there saying a man will know in 60 days, a man will know in 6 months, a man will know in this and that. So I wanted to ask the kings in the audience, for them, what does that look like? And as we see, everybody's kind of different. Derek said within a year. Brandon said 2 years. I'm not sure if anybody else answered. Oh no. Brandon said less than 3 years, but in 2 he knew. Let me see. We have another. If you make a commitment like that, you are promising God for better or for worse, richer or poorer, in sickness or in health. Everybody ain't.
Amen, brother.
Yes, everybody's not marriage
No,
material.
amen.
He said, why am I blushing? What if the sex is so good yet you're not in love? Okay, Derek, we're gonna put you on camera to be host
I
number
know
3.
Derek was coming
Derek
with
be coming with it. Listen, what if the sex is so good yet you're not in love? That's not a relationship. You just you. Well, I can't say what they
I
actually
just
call
like your
it.
again, that's a
Sex buddies.
like. I just like
You
your
you
sex.
you are F buddies, and y'all feeling the rest of it. You're just F buddies. You're not in a relationship
Yeah.
at all. So there's really nothing.
It's,
Now, if you're asking if the sex is so good and I'm not in love, but I still marry you, I will not marry you because your sex is good. Because when we're done and we both reached our climax, what else we
catch,
got? We're not gonna be
catch
talking.
a
It's not
catch
gonna
a
be
wet wipe at the
cuddling.
door.
You know, every time we have an issue, we gotta have sex to connect. But then when we done with sex, we can't connect. No. Well, what I want is to marry men and our sex is good. I
Hello.
want to marry good sex, but I don't want to marry you because your sex is good. No, 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 no. But I like the question though. Doug says, I just want to say real quick, amazing show. Y'all, the queens represent. I say y'all represent. I have to go to CT now. Love y'all. Yes, you continue to get better. You continue to follow all
Yes.
those instructions and do what you need to do. Still praying for you. Love you and
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much
Thank
for
you so
coming on
much,
and
Mr.
supporting.
Douglas. DJ
Ooh,
Smooth. Everybody keep DJ Smooth in prayer.
yes, shy, and he is single. He's single, but he don't want a bull snap. All righty, so we are going to bring this to a close, and what we like to do for our last segment is what we call the pour. That's where we take the opportunity. If there's anybody in our QT family that needs prayer for anything, has something that you want to say, that you want us to talk about. Thank you so much. Brandon said he's praying for him. Or that was mentioned today. This is where we take the opportunity to pour into one another. I would say we're gonna pray for DJ Smooth.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
And also pray for Sierra that she's having a fabulous vacation.
Baby,
Birthday.
not thinking about us. She is not thinking about us. She having such a good time, but we would definitely be praying for her. I'm just going through making sure I didn't miss any comments, and I don't think I did. If I missed your comment, I'm so sorry, but I think I got all of them. So, would you like to pray? Do you want me to pray?
You can go ahead and pray.
Okay, so if y'all don't mind joining us, we're going to pray for DJ Smooth. Right now, Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you so much for this time we had together tonight as family to talk, to share, to laugh together, to just let go of everything for the last hour and change. And we appreciate you so very much. We ask, Father God, that you would not only cover Douglas in your blood from the top of his head to the soles of his feet, but that you will heal him at the root cause of everything that he is going through. We ask that you would be his strength right now, that you would strengthen him in his heart and his mind, any area where he may feel defeated or feel weak or even feel discouraged, God, that you would give him strength and always remind him that you are there with him and for him. We come against every manner of sickness, disease, and infirmity that is trying to attack his body and everything that came along with it in the mighty name of Jesus. And we declare that he is healed by your stripes. He is healed. And we thank you, Lord God, for the miracle. It's a miracle to us, but it's just you being you. But the miracle that you're going to perform in his life and the testimony that he is going to have. We ask that you meet him and meet every single need, meet him right where he is and step into his situation even now, God, in Jesus' name. And we pray for Sierra, wherever she is, that she's being blessed abundantly. Let her have this time to relax, pour into her, God, lift her in areas where she's been down, Father God, and strengthen her in the name of Jesus. And we pray that every need be supplied. We also pray for our QT family and thank them so very much for their support. And we ask that you would give to them as they have given to us. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. If y'all agree with that, drop some amen, drop some crowns. My baby sister says, amen. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. You beautiful ladies. Great show. Thank you all so much. This show is nothing without our QT fam. And is there anything you want to say as we get ready to sign off? We got some amens coming through. Amen.
I just want to thank everybody for participating. It was a great show. Thank you for the laughs and the comments. Share. Tell someone that it's Takeover Tuesday. Every Tuesday, the Queens Takeover Podcast will be live on YouTube, on Facebook, my page, Nikki Johnson, and Sierra Pleasant's page. We enjoy everybody.
Uh-oh.
You know, my sis, you know I love you. Just big shout out to everybody in the audience. We really, really appreciate it. And Missy Lane, I love Missy Lane. She became my friend on Facebook, and I love Missy Lane. I love
everything.
Yeah, and you can just thanks me, Dra. If you come on my page, ask me to be your friend. I'm accepting offer, not all, but other friend requests.
I am now accepting friend requests.
Yeah, because I know
that is big. That is big for Cole. For Cole to be accepting friend requests, like kid you not. We're losing her.
I got you.
Queens, great show, ladies. Thank you all. So listen, okay, she's back. Follow us on Instagram. If you don't follow us on Facebook, please do so. But on Instagram, I am Coach Nick the Overcomer. And Cole is Nikki NICKIE 1039. Thank you so much. We love y'all too so very, very much. We get excited when we have our business meetings on Thursdays to talk about what we're going to talk about on Tuesday. We get so excited. So thank y'all so much for supporting. We want to reach our first goal of 100 subscribers on Instagram and on YouTube. So you have to type in the Queens Takeover Podcast. Because if you don't, it's a whole bunch of stuff with the name Queens and Takeover that's going to come up. The Queens Takeover Podcast. If y'all have not done so, please follow us on Instagram and on YouTube so we can hit our first goal of 100 subscribers. With that being said, we love you guys so very, very much. And we have a saying. Let me pull it up because I don't want to get it wrong. I want to get it right. We have a saying that goes, I'm sorry, y'all, because something's going on with my computer right now. Kings and queens, keep living your best life, whatever that is. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. And don't you talk yourself out of being all that God created you to be. So fix your crown. Love you all so much. And we will see you next Tuesday on the next Queens Takeover. Hey, love y'all. Bye.